that. I can't do pushy. Like I've noticed it stresses me out when I deal with like pushy people. Hey pretties, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Tanya and I film all kinds of pink, girly, beauty, fashion, lifestyle videos on this channel. So if that's something you're into, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and push bell notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. For today's video, I'm going to be getting ready. We're going to be trying some underrated makeup products, but I'm also going to be talking to you guys about my experience booking our wedding venue, letting you know which venue we picked. I left you guys with the suspense in the wedding venue picking vlog. I didn't really tell you guys which one I ended up going with, but I am going to reveal that information in this video. I kind of wanted to do it this way because I want to tell you or give you backstory, tell you why we picked it, give you my experience booking a wedding venue, how it all went, because it was so different than what I thought it would be. To be a long one, so make sure you grab your drink. I have my iced coffee here ready. This cup is from Kat's Cups. I'm gonna link her down below. I'm not sure if she still makes cups, but if she does, she will be linked down below. But she made me these gorgeous like Louis Vuitton inspired cups. I have the dark one and I also have the white one, so really love these. And of course I made an espresso coffee today, like why wouldn't I? So bomb. I made a caramel iced coffee and this stuff gets me going. Go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and prep my face. A basket of products here. I'm so cute. One of my New Year's goals is to get more organized, so I'm trying, you guys. You guys see this basket? So the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I'm gonna put everything in a basket. When I'm done, I'm gonna put everything back in the basket so I can type all the links and not forget what I used and not have to go watch the video all the way back to type what I used. And I think this is going to help my workflow a lot, which I know is like, I don't know if you guys care to know about this stuff, but I am telling you guys about this stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I do is I go in with my e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. Do not sleep on this stuff. This stuff is so bomb to prep your face for makeup. I love this stuff. So I just take it on the back of my nail like this, and I take about this much and I put it all over my face. I am gonna put my hair back. I completely forgot. I will do it after I put on this face cream. I'm taking my MAC strobe cream. I add this to get a glow to the skin. You guys know I use this a lot. While we're doing this, I do want to mention today's video is sponsored by a brand called Focalure or Focalure. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I will overlay the name here. And they basically have the cutest makeup products. I'm about to show you guys. I feel like they have some of the cutest products. I have seen them around, but I've never tried them. So in my opinion, they're underrated. Look at these palettes. Like, it's all girly and pink and cute and pastel. Packaging is so pretty. This is their blush. So yeah, we're going to be testing out a bunch of stuff. I have a bunch of their lip products as well. So the very last step I've been doing to prep my face is I go in with my Wet n Wild Impossible primer, and I use this just to kind of add like a gripping thing to my face. This like grips your makeup really well, and I like how this sits underneath cream foundation, which we're going to be using today. So we're just going to apply that. I know you guys want to know the scoop on the wedding venue, so I'm just gonna tell you. We ended up booking the last one. Is a very close call with venue. I believe on there it's labeled venue number 2, which is the one with the big white house and the little like chandelier walkway. We almost booked that one. I'm gonna go in to the eyes first. I go in and prep my eyes, and I'm using a MAC paint pot. This is in the color Soft Ochre. It looks like this. Use the crap out of this. So I just realized I forgot to get brushes. I will be right back. I want to share my experience in case you are also getting married and looking into wedding venues, and also I just want this to be helpful. This is not so much to like spill any tea or like, it's not like that at all. Like, I just feel like I wish that I would have known these things before I went into booking our wedding venue. So I want to let you guys know so that you have someone to tell you, like I'm your big sister, you know what I mean, kind of a thing. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. But yeah, just for privacy reasons, I'm not gonna disclose too much information about pricing details, but I am going to let you know what it's like booking a wedding venue, how there's people who can and will take advantage of you if you let them, just stuff like that. There's people who, and I'm gonna give you the red flags and stuff like that so you guys know how to like catch it, because I didn't know and I nearly booked a place that You know, it honestly, I feel like it was God. Like, God definitely just put things there for me to see so that I would know. Does that make sense? Because going into this, I was naive. Eyeshadow palettes here, I kind of want to open them and see. I did already open and looked at them, but I don't remember anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna open them and show you guys, and we'll go from there. This is so pretty. So this is the Tokyo palette, and it's kind of like this holographic packaging. Such pretty packaging. The inside is absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at this color story. It has these like pressed glitters, and these actually, like, when I touch them, they actually feel like awesome. Like, look at that. Let me show you. It actually sticks, so you don't need like extra glitter glue or anything. Super interesting color here. This looks like a matte shadow, but it has like a, like, let me show you a swatch. It has like a swirl texture to it, and it feels super, super soft. Once it's like on the skin though, it looks like pinky. Like, once you blend all those colors together, it comes off like a pink. This looks very interesting. I really want to try this Tokyo palette for sure. I told you guys I wanted to try more like indie brands and underrated makeup that I can find that has like pink packaging. This brand reached out to me and I saw the aesthetic of their makeup. I was like, yes, absolutely yes. I just love this like watercolored like packaging on it with the gold letters. And this is called the Sunrise palette. This is a 9-pan palette. This has these like gorgeous like metallics, I think they are, just super, super pretty. Like, I guess oh, this one is like pressed glitter. So this middle one's a pressed glitter, and then it has the pretty metallics, and this is more of a purpley palette. Fingers and like swatch these metallics. Oh, the glitter, wow. Here are some of those colors. I'm gonna put them on my hand. I'm impressed by those. Look at that pigment. Like, you would think that the price point to this would be pricey, but actually I think this stuff is pretty affordable, so I'm going to link it down below. Just so you guys know, it is cruelty free. It bothers me to keep the film on the mirrors. I have to take them off because I always use the mirrors to do my eyes. Get a little closer so you guys can see the eyeshadow a bit better. Here we are up close and personal. Take a Luxie 205 and we're going to start working, I don't know, girl, we're gonna work something into the crease. You know what, I really want to use the color Saki in the Tokyo palette, which is this super interesting color here, and work that into the crease, just because I love the pinkiness that I gave off in the swatch as well. Whenever it goes on the brush, it's definitely like a pink. Yeah, definitely a pink. It's very soft. I have to kind of build it, but I don't really mind. It makes it more user-friendly. Quickly give you a story time about the wedding venues, from like how things happen, how they went in order, because I just feel like that would be the easiest. You already know I picked the last wedding venue from the vlog. I feel like you guys kind of knew, just like I kind of tried to make it obvious with the music I put and stuff, so I feel like you guys kind of knew. If you have not seen my wedding venue vlog, I'm gonna link it down below. I suggest you watch that first before you go into hearing the story time. Such a beautiful pink. Okay, so here's what we did to prepare to go wedding venue shopping. We basically made a list of our top venues that we wanted to look at, and I think there was 3 of them originally, except the first one turned into 3 of them because there's 3 venues inside of that same location. I just didn't understand that yet, because like I read something about it online, but I didn't understand that they had 3 different wedding venues. I thought it was just like one big venue. So yeah, the first one was like 3 venues in one, which is where you guys saw the tent. It was like glass all around, and it was like a big old tent. That one was the same place as the other 2 I showed before that one, which were like really big ballrooms. The reason why we were not interested in the big ballrooms is because they were just too big. Those were for like 2,000 to 5,000 people, and I'm definitely not having that many people at my wedding. So those were kind of like, okay, we don't need that many people, so that's a no. We were considering the tent though. That was the 3rd venue inside of the first venue, if that makes sense. I did consider that one because it was beautiful, but it hardly had any outdoor space for a ceremony. It was a little bit too simple for the price, I felt like, and I'm gonna talk about pricing, but hear me out. It was just a little too simple. It was beautiful. I did definitely imagine the wedding there as well, and I did love the tent. But there's more reasons why we didn't pick that one. But we didn't pick that one because once I went to the second venue, which was owned by the same owners as the first venue, which I found out once I was there. Once I went to the second venue, I fell in love with the second venue because of how charming that it was. And keep in mind, this was before I ever even looked at the very last venue we looked at. The very last venue we looked at was a venue we were not even planning on going to. This was a venue that my maid of honor suggested once we were already there, and we booked the appointment once we were already there, but we had not ever even seen this one before. So that's why we didn't really consider it, because we had never seen it. We didn't see it online, although it was online. I just didn't see it for some reason. I thought I had looked through all the venues in the area, but no. Yeah, that's why that one was not in the cards. That's why I was so sure I was gonna pick this second venue, which is the one with the white, like, villa looking house. And coffee break. I think I want to warm it up a little bit. I'm gonna go in with the color Weno Park right here, and I'm gonna take a little smaller blending brush. This is an SL Miss Glam brush. This is a BB7 from her Boss Babe collection. Ooh, that's pigmented. We're gonna apply that in the outer V. These are really, really soft. They do kick up a bit, but that's to be expected when a shadow is very pigmented like this. I fell in love with that second venue because it was extremely, extremely charming. At this point, I didn't understand how booking a wedding venue really worked. I just thought you go look at it. If you like it, you put down a deposit and that's it. Like, I knew that they like included certain things in it and I needed to ask questions about that. Like, I understood that much, but I didn't understand how many appointments really go into booking a wedding, like one wedding venue. We went with 8 days vacation time that many had from work, and that's all we had, and every single one of those days we were out hunting for a wedding venue. Literally every single one of those days, doing different appointments and stuff. So this place that I fell in love with, the girl, I had my vlogging camera with me because I vlogged it obviously, and she asked me why I had a camera. So I told her that I was a vlogger, and she asked to follow me, so I gave her my handles. And I think this was a mistake. I think this was a big mistake to do, and hear me out, I'll tell you why. I gave her my handles and she booked me an appointment for the next day to go over what I thought was gonna be going over the pricing, the packages, and like looking at the decorations and stuff. That's what I thought was gonna happen. That's what she said was gonna happen. And so the next day, oh, by the way, when we booked that appointment, I didn't know we were gonna have to book yet another appointment, by the way. Like, this was a surprise to me. I thought that they could just give me their wedding packages then and there, and I could decide if it's within my budget or not. But she wouldn't tell me any prices. She was like, no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna personalize something for you, and then we'll give you pricing. So I was like, okay, then fine. So I told her, hey, like tomorrow I have another appointment with another wedding venue at 12, so could you please book it after 1 o'clock or before, but with enough time so that I can make it to that 12 o'clock appointment. They booked me at 10 in the morning and we got there on time. This is when I should have known, but I didn't really, like, I was just like, okay, well, I don't really know how this works, so I was kind of open-minded about it. I didn't really see the red flags, okay, but anyway, when I walked in to the appointment, they had fresh squeezed orange juice and like little pastries for us, which was super nice. And they literally got the owner to do my consultation. And listen, I don't know if it's because I gave her my social media. I don't know why. I don't know if she just does this for every person. It seems unlikely to me that they would have the owner of the place like handle every single client. That just seems unlikely to me. But maybe she does. I just don't know. You know what I mean? Okay, we're gonna go in with the color Sushi, which is, I'm holding it upside down. Sorry. I'm gonna go in with the color Sushi right here and deepen up that outer V a little more. These blend really, really nicely, by the way. They are like super smooth shadows. I have a feeling this is gonna be a go-to palette, as these are right up my alley. We're gonna go on to the lid shade and then I'll continue with my story. Okay, so I'm gonna just swatch some of these. These are the shimmers in this palette. Manny just got home. Shimmers in this palette versus the shimmers in the other palette. So I kind of want to do a shimmer from the other palette, and I think I want to do that just so you guys can see both of the palettes in action. I'm going to take the Sunrise palette. I'm going to take Pinwheel Galaxy here and just put that all over the eyelid. Okay, so they start doing this like crazy presentation for me. And I'm telling you guys, it was very extra. Like, I think they went, well, she told me they went based off of my Instagram feed, which was, I don't know, like, I didn't know I came off this extra. I guess I really do come off super extra. But for a wedding, I definitely want something more delicate and more dainty, I guess, and like more romantic. But she came up with this huge $50,000 wedding presentation. Like, she wanted to build like a pink LED thing, like a arch. She wanted to put mirrors like along all the walkways. She wanted to cover every single inch of the wall in flowers and have flowers dropping like from the entire ceiling, like every square foot of the place. And let me tell you, that's nice, but not necessary. And I don't know, like, it really, okay, here's the thing that really frustrated me about this place, and I didn't even know these things. I mean, I knew it frustrated me, but I didn't know how this worked, so I was just like, okay, well, I guess this is just how it works. I guess they can't give me any pricing until they know more of what I want, I guess. But that's not true, and I'll tell you why in the end. But I was waiting for them to give me pricing, and they just would not. Like, I kept asking about it, and they would not give me pricing. Like, they kept talking on and on and on about the decorations and the type of chairs they have and the type of plates they have. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, but why does it matter what plate I have if this is your in-house inventory of plates that you provide for a wedding? Like, why does it matter? You know what I mean? Well, I know why it matters now, but would not give me any pricing until I literally got so frustrated that I was like, okay, I have another appointment to go to, so, you know, we're gonna have to go soon. This is my budget. What are your package prices? Like, I had to just be very blunt about it. And when I told her my budget, I'm just blending the outer V, by the way, and adding a little more of that dark color in the outer V. When I told her my budget, she was like, oh, no. Like, she literally thought I was gonna book a $50,000 wedding based off of looking at my social media. And I mean, girl, I'm not Paris Hilton. I don't know. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, we have saved up for a decent wedding, like a good wedding, but not a celebrity wedding, okay? And I'm sure Paris Hilton spent more than that, but you know what I mean. Like, that was definitely out of our budget. And apply a winged liner and pop some lashes on. Okay, for winged eyeliner, I'm using the NYX Epic ink eyeliner. This stuff is the bomb. So here's what I told her. I was like, okay, look, this is our budget, but the maximum I can do is this much. And she was like, okay, I guess we can work with that. But that was already a red flag, because, you know, then she kind of like was like, okay, if we don't work with her, we're gonna lose a client. And they know that this wedding will be published on my social media, so and I know that that's a big point for them, because they kept repeating it over and over during the meetings about how they were gonna make everything like photographable, every corner was gonna be aesthetically pleasing type of a thing. They really took the social media thing to heart, like the fact that I'm a YouTuber to heart. While it was nice that they went through with that angle, because I do want to publish my wedding, that's just not the most important thing to me. I don't know, I think they failed to miss the point that to me what's important is marrying the man I love and not making it best wedding video in the world. Like I want a nice video, I want a nice wedding. I don't need it to be the best, or I don't need it to be crazy over the top. I know I'm a YouTuber and I know I'm gonna want to publish my wedding video on YouTube, but that's not, like, I'm not getting married to post it on social media. Does that make sense? I'm getting married because I love Manny. Like, and I think that aspect of it is what kind of turned me off in the end. But let me continue on with the story. And like, you know when someone makes you feel stressed without you knowing they're making you feel stressed? That's kind of how I felt. It's one of those things where I hadn't had any other venue that I went to compare it to. So, and the only other venue that I did look at that wasn't, because I'm telling you guys, the first the first two, technically four venues, the first two places I went to were owned by the same people. And then I looked at one more, which was that day, that 12 o'clock appointment. Let me tell you about that real quick, and then I'll continue with this other place that I kept dealing with the rest of the week. So the reason why we did not book the third venue, which was the one with the black curtains all around it, is because not like their services, like, it wasn't that they were bad. I mean, it was kind of bad, but they weren't for me. They just were not for me. I'm gonna go ahead and tightline my eyes. Tightline, I'm using this LA Girl gel eyeliner. Wow, great. The entire basket of the makeup I'm using just fell on the floor. Let me pick that up. I'll BRB. Okay guys, after I just threw fit, now I'm laughing at myself because it's actually funny that everything fell. Here's the thing, I really need to buy like a little like table to put my products on, so I have everything on the couch and it just like slid off. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going with this. Oh yeah, that's right, we're talking about the third wedding venue where they were not very helpful whatsoever. This is very pretty, but I kind of want to, like, it's very soft and pretty. I really like this for an everyday palette, but I really want to turn it up a notch. We have these little eyeshadow, like, I don't know what these are. Let's open them. Metallic like glitters. Love this packaging. So pretty. Oh my gosh, these are so freaking cute. I love the little jars. So these are like cream shadows, and I guess I'll show you this one. Super pretty. Oh my goodness. Called a Chameleon Gel Eyeshadow. So it's a gel eyeshadow, not a cream eyeshadow. Sorry. What was the color of this one? This one is in Tequila Sunrise. We have Wisdom Glow and Space Candy. Let's open them up. This is Wisdom Glow right here, and I'll give you swatches of all of them as well. What? Space Candy looks like the other one that I just swatched. It looks similar, but maybe it has a different iridescence to it. Oh, this one is more of like a warm, like rose gold, and the other one is more like of a cool tone pink. You'll see. So here are swatches of all of those. We have Space Candy in the middle, Tequila Sunrise here at the end, and then Wisdom Glow is this one here at the top. So here's what they look like. These are definitely look like duochromes. Guys, these dried up on my fingers and I can't get them off. They really do not budge. That's actually a good thing though. Space Candy. And we're gonna take it on a little brush. This is by Selma's Glam. This is a PG-15. I'm going to go ahead and add a little pop of that right in the center of the lid. My advice is to kind of put it on your hand first and then like warm it up and then work with it from there. And blend with my fingers. It might even work better with fingers, but I have these nails, so that's not happening. I turned it up a few notches. I love that. You can rest assured these are not gonna budge because they will not come off my fingers. So I'm gonna pop lashes on and I will be right back. The lashes that I use will be linked down below. I feel so awkward because while I was putting my eyelashes, I was listening to Paramore. This is a song. Oh, somewhere the love never lasts. My head got stuck together. One of my favorite songs by Paramore. It's like, you are the only exception. You are the only exception. Usually easier if I don't put my eyelashes on first, but I got all like just out of order whenever that basket fell. Obsessed with that like glitter topper duochrome thing that we put on. Recommend. Highly recommend. I'm gonna be wearing this a lot. Skin is prepped, so we're gonna get straight into complexion. I'm gonna scoot you guys back up. Here we are. So we're gonna do complexion now. Foundation, I'm gonna take the Hourglass Vanish foundation. This is a stick foundation and the color I get is called Shell. Yeah, this stuff is great. This is the color right here if you wanna see a close-up. Second venue I didn't like for a bunch of reasons. One of them was that the lady who agreed to meet us there didn't show up. She sent one of her workers who didn't know much about the venue, and then when I called her to ask questions, she seemed like kind of bothered to answer them, and I didn't really like that. And because I'm not like there all the time, like I'm not from there, I really wanted a place that could do like the wedding planning and everything. And Manny's actually here, perfect timing, because he can talk to you guys about this as well. And it doesn't have to just be me. He's gonna sit in here in the background. So we're talking about the third venue, the one with the black curtains.
Oh, that one? The one that they didn't really like help you with anything?
Yeah. And she was basically like, well, yeah, we can change the curtains to cream. And we do the table decorations besides that, like you have to do the rest and like bring whatever. But she sounded very annoyed, like, why are you calling me, type of thing. Like, I don't know, I didn't like that. So like I said, it just wasn't for me. There's other people who, you know, want someone who's like, okay, yeah, do whatever you want, but I didn't want that. So yeah, we ended up not going with that one.
It was a beautiful place.
And because it was beautiful. But because we like did not go with that one, I was sure we were gonna book the third one, the second one. Sorry, because we did not go with the third one, I was sure we were gonna book the second one with the White House. It's like convinced. So they booked me a third appointment with that one to finally give me like some rates, because when I went to the second appointment, they didn't even give me rates then. Even after I gave them a budget, they were like, well, I think we can work with that, and like we'll cut corners and do this and that. And she made it seem like she had to cut a lot of corners, but the rate was still high. Like it was still a lot of money for a wedding. Like you can throw a good wedding with that amount of money here in the US. So that means over there, because the dollar, the currency, the dollar is worth more, you should be able to throw an even better wedding there. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah. So anyway, also a lot of people want to know why we're getting married in Mexico.
Honestly, I like the environment a lot better.
Well, that, but 70% of my family is there. It's harder for them to come here than it is for us to go there. Like the rules are a lot stricter, and it's very, very expensive to get a visa to come here, to be able to travel here to the US from there. The laws are just different, you know, and it's harder. Like for us, it's easy. We just need a passport, and that's $30, maybe $60 if you get it expedited. Yeah. It's just a lot easier for us to go there. And number two is because we like the way weddings are over there. Like we went to my cousin's wedding. They have waiters at every table. There's security at the door. There's valet. Like they include all of that with the venues there. And
good food.
Oh, amazing food. And they do not include that here. Like they don't have that kind of service here. I'm sure some places do, but it's very, very, very expensive.
They make it very elegant too as well. Like
yes, like it's so luxurious. Like you would never
like they'll put like 3 little meats and they'll like drizzle it with like gravy.
Yeah, it's like culinary food. Like yeah. we picked brisket for ours, but the plate looks like it came out of a 5-star restaurant. Like it's amazing.
All you could drink, like you could be drinking and you could tell them like, hey, bring me 4 shots.
There's waiters that bring the shots. The place that we got actually includes people that go around with little shot carts. Which they weren't including in the second venue, but now I'm just like, I'm going all out of order now. I was trying to do it in like chronological order so that it's easier to explain.
Very good thing that they told us was if we get like so many people to book like one location, like at the same hotel, that they would do a trolley so everybody will get over there safely and everybody will get home
so
safely. People
won't have to pay Ubers. They'll do like a free shuttle from the hotel to the venue with the one that we booked. Talking about that yet. I was telling them about the baby breath place. We call it the baby breath place because she kept talking about how they can paint the baby breath pink, which was really sweet. Like they really, look, here's the thing. That place is amazing at selling the dream. They're very, very good at like customizing and producing a wedding. However, here's what really turned me off, okay? Because I was literally about to book with them. The third appointment that I went, they did a PowerPoint and they did an Excel spreadsheet and narrowed down all of the costs. And I was pretty much ready to book there. That day, however, I was feeling sick that day of that appointment. I had very bad sinus infection. I had allergies. It was not the C word, I swear, okay? Because I got checked, it was not the C word. I was feeling sick. I was ready to get it over with, and I almost signed a contract that day, and I decided, you know what? let's actually look at this last venue that my sister-in-law is mentioning. We had an appointment to look at that venue later that evening, but because I was sick, I ended up canceling. But then I ended up going anyway. But
that even motivated you. Even if we don't book it, I just want to see it.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to see it too. I just wasn't feeling well. That's the only reason why I was like, I don't know, maybe we should just book this one. But yeah, I was ready to book it because I liked what they were selling me. They basically, this is what they told me, okay? We want to make this as stress-free for you as possible. We're going to take care of everything. We have all the wedding planners necessary. We have everything in-house, like all the like chairs and decorations in-house. Like you don't need to worry about anything at all. Okay, here's what happened, okay? 2 hours after I left that place. Actually an hour. Maybe not even an hour. I don't know. Little bit, like maybe 30 minutes to an hour, 2 hours at the most, they texted me and they were like, hey, we forgot to add the price for the confetti. And I'm sitting there thinking, you're charging me this much, telling me everything's included, but now you're messaging me to add confetti?
How much is the confetti? Tell them.
They wanted to charge me $400 for some confetti.
For four shots?
No, not for 4 shots.
It was 2 shots only?
Only 2 shots of confetti. $400. And I started looking on Google to see how much that cost. They don't even charge that in the US. So clearly they were very upcharging things, and I don't know. Listen here, okay? I don't want to like be like this, but it felt like this. It felt like they wouldn't give me rates because they wanted to customize a rate to who I am. And I felt like everything they were pricing me was because of who I am. And they like literally, if I said, okay, well, they gave me plate options, right? They're like, well, which plate do you like? And if I would pick a plate, they'd be like, okay, so it's like $2 more per plate for this plate. Or like the chairs, like they were like, okay, well, it's $2 more. Or no, they were like, it's $5 more per chair for this chair. And at the time during that appointment, because I hadn't gone to the last place yet, I was like, okay, well, I guess this is just how it is, you know? Like I didn't think anything of it. But then when I went to the last place and I didn't tell them about my social media at this last place, and they were basically like, okay, well, this is what we charge everybody, and this is all that's included. And it was like a breath of fresh air because they weren't like, oh, you want that chair? It's this much. And they have different chairs at this other venue too. They have different tables. They have different everything. And they were like, no, everything's included. Like we have all the tables, chairs, like all of this stuff is in-house. Like we don't charge extra for what table or what chair you choose. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense, you know what I mean? In this place, they have all of these chairs, tables, everything in-house. Place or whatever, this venue where they wanted to like make me a $50,000 production wedding. This venue, and I'm laughing because now that I look back, like I understand where they were coming from. They were trying to like capture my aesthetic and whatever, and I mean they were trying to juice it. Let's be honest. But let me get a brush, I'll be back. Just applying some cream bronzer now. But yeah, this place where they were trying to juice me, they had all these decorations and all these tables and chairs in-house. And so, but they were charging me more for a chair that they had in-house. They weren't having to outsource anything for me. I wasn't asking for anything very, very specific. And they were literally like, okay, well, because you want this chair is this much more. And I'm just like confused because you already have all this stuff in your inventory. So why do I have to pay $5 more per chair for chairs? Like, I don't know, maybe, like I said, I'm very naive to the whole wedding venue thing. Maybe that's how it is here in the States. I did not check any venues here in the States at all. So maybe they do that here in the States, so they were doing that because they knew I'm from the States. I don't know, but every other venue that I went to and that I looked at over there did not do that. They included all the chairs, all the tables. You could choose whatever chairs, whatever tables. It was the same price for literally all of them. Like, doesn't matter which ones you choose. So it just felt it just felt weird, like especially because since day one I was asking them for quotes, I was asking them for rates, I was asking them for packages, I was asking them what everything included, and they could not give me an answer literally until they did a personalized PowerPoint and spreadsheet. That it felt like, okay, so do you charge depending on what person walks in the room then? Because that's how it felt. Keep in mind that the reason why I was gonna book this place is because I hadn't found anything else that I loved, and I had completely fallen in love with that cute little villa looking venue. And keep in mind, like what they were charging me for that place, it was quite a bit. It had everything included, so I thought it was worth it. Especially they went over budget as well, by the way, and I was like, it's fine because, you know, they are including the wedding planning. Like they sold that to me hard. So anyway, keep in mind this place was a lot smaller than the place we actually ended up picking, like a lot smaller, and they did not want to let us have access to that little villa, like the little house. They literally were like, okay, but we can't include access to that. And I'm like, so you're shutting off part of the venue, like to make me pay more? I'm not understanding, you know what I mean? So every other venue that I went and looked at, they didn't do that. Like what was there, you had access to it. It's part of the place, so you can use it because you're renting the whole place. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if they do that with everyone, but that's another thing that I noticed that I didn't really like. But they did have a decent space outside to do an outdoor ceremony, so that's why I was like okay with it, with not having access to the little house inside. I mean, I wanted pictures in there, but fine, like it was fine. I wasn't gonna make a big fuzz out of that. So okay, fast forward to Monday, the day before we were gonna leave. I was already gonna book this place, right babe? We were already ready to go. We had the money, cash for the deposit. We were ready to go pay it. And then we were like, you know what? Let's just go swing by that place. We had canceled our appointment, so we didn't have an appointment anymore. And we were like, you know what? Let's just go look at it. Let's go look at this last place that my sister-in-law was like recommending, which she's my maid of honor, by the way. We went, and here was the thing. As soon as we walked in, like there's like big old portals, so we had to park outside of those, and when you walk in, it's the parking and then the place. As soon as we walked in and I saw the place from the outside, I was already thinking, oh crap, because I already really loved it. Like I already really loved how it looked on the outside. But of course I was like, okay, let's see what we're working with here on the inside, because obviously the outside's not all that matters. We walk into the lobby.
Well, it was just like green everywhere. There's pine. It was a big old pine tree, and it just stood out from the whole parking lot. And as soon as you walked up, like it was like the stairs were amazing. And
it was luxurious. It was very luxurious.
Once we walked in the doorway, like we're just like, wow, this is it.
And honestly, okay, so here were my thoughts. You tell me what was in your head, babe, but my thoughts were, oh crap, this is gonna be way more expensive. Yeah. Because it was way bigger, way more luxurious, way nicer. The ballroom was huge, like beautiful, huge, but not too big, but it was well lit. Like you guys saw it in the video, it was well lit. The lights coming down from it, like amazing. And they gave us a tour and then took us into the office to give us rates, but during that tour, the whole time I was thinking, oh crap, this is gonna be way more expensive. But I was like, oh well, like we're just gonna go with the other one. It's fine if it's too expensive.
Whenever we were walking in the ballroom, I remember there was a lady, she was telling us, she was like, well, we could customize the floor, we could put LED flooring.
That really stood out to him.
Mirrors.
He loves LEDs.
And I was like, no, I was just like damn, like this is gonna be expensive. Cause just looking at the ceiling, it was like I don't know how to explain it. It was like a 4D ceiling, like, and there's LED lights.
And there was
like,
chandeliers inside it. Yeah.
It was just like, wow.
Like the area for the bride and groom table had chandeliers. The bathrooms had chandeliers everywhere. Huge mirrors. The women's bathroom. He's so mad about the women's bathroom.
I'm just mad about the chair. We don't have a chair.
Oh, it has like an ottoman in it, like a huge ottoman. But that's like the bride's bathroom. That's what they call it, like the bridal bathroom, because we have the huge dress. The way for setting powder, I use this Creme Shop powder. It's so cute. Like,
you're just gonna leave all your stuff in there too? I'm
gonna rent a really nice hotel room that we're all gonna get ready in. But that's not what he's not understanding, that we're not getting ready in that bathroom. That bathroom's just for the nighttime. That venue, it's rented in the evening time, basically from the ceremony to the party, and that's it. Like, it's not an all-day thing. I'm gonna go ahead and apply powdered bronzer. I'm using this Christian Dior one. This is the Dior Forever Natural Bronze in 05. I'm just gonna set the cream. I don't need a lot more bronzer than what's on, but we go into the office for them to give us rates, and I'm already ready to be like, no thank you, goodbye. But I was so in love with it that I was like, okay, maybe if it's at least the same as the other one, maybe we'll book this one, depending on what they include for us and if they can do the wedding planning, because that's the thing that was selling me with the other one, is they included wedding planners. And I understand the wedding planners have to get paid, but let me tell you something, okay? Like I told you, it's one of those things, you don't know, you feel stressed, you don't know that this place is not it, you don't know that they're upcharging you or that they're taking advantage of you until you go somewhere where they're not and you have something to compare it to. That's kind of what I'm getting at. That's the moral of the story here, that if you're getting married and booking a wedding venue, that I want you to know is that I want you to check your options, and I want you to check plenty of them, as many as you can, because you don't know, you can fall in love with one place and you don't know that they're taking advantage or that they're upselling until you go somewhere where they are not and you see the difference. Am I making sense? I hope that's making sense. Did that make sense, babe? Mm-hmm. Okay. And hear me out. Maybe they charge everyone this, but like I said, what wasn't my cup of tea is, in the end, is the whole confetti thing. That was a big red flag to me. And I was like, if this is setting the tone for the rest of the year, like they're telling me, we're not gonna stress you out, blah, blah, blah. This is the reason I'm booking them. And then literally not even 2 hours after I walk out of that place, they're already trying to add more on to the price that they had already set. And I'm just thinking, okay, so throughout the whole year, they're gonna... Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows because my camera overheated. And then I'm gonna do underneath my eyes. What was I saying before it died? Sun Kissed Blush Duo. It's a monochromatic blush duo by Focallure. I also have a highlight from them. This is in the color 08. Actually feels so nice and heavy. So this is what it looks like right here. This is so pretty. Mix the two because one's like shimmery and one's matte. Let me give you guys a little finger swatch. So here's what they look like. Go in and like mix the two and apply some of that. Ooh, that's pretty. It has pigment, but it's not overwhelming pigment. It looks pretty nice. So they took us into their office to give us the quotes, and we basically asked them for quotes including everything, and then quotes including only the main things like the food and the music and stuff. And with everything included and more, way more, they offered way more than the other place, way more. They included the wedding planning, they included the florist, they included everything. And it was literally, when I tell you, your jaw is gonna drop, it was like a lot less, We saved like $6,000 by booking this other place, and it was nicer, it was bigger. They had better tables, they had better garden, they didn't close off access to any part of the venue. They even gave us a free hour to do the ceremony in the garden. So I'm telling you guys, weigh your options. Definitely look at plenty of places so you can compare, because you'll never know what you'll find, and you never know when some place is, you know, like I said, taking advantage and, you know, basically giving you a quotation based on who you are and what they read from you rather than what they would just charge everyone. And that's the thing that I guess we noticed, right, babe? Like at the other place, they were pressuring us and we felt stressed, and at this place
it was more relaxed.
Yes, it was more relaxed. And you can tell them how you felt. I'm pretty sure they'll want to know what you thought. For some reason, I don't know if it's a primer because this foundation didn't do that yesterday, but it's breaking up above my my lip.
I'm getting love bombed right now.
Love bombed? By the cats? They miss you.
Look who it is.
We all miss you. So I'm gonna apply some setting spray and do this little trick I do to make my skin look smoother, and you guys are gonna love this. So my skin already looks pretty good right now, right? But just watch. So I'm gonna take this NYX Plump and Finish setting spray. This is new. I've only used it one other time, but so far so good. So I'm gonna cover my eyes and spray my face, and like you want to drench it like this, like it has to be like wet, and kind of let it dry for a little bit. You're gonna take your setting powder once again and one of these. So I get these cute little puffs on Amazon. I'm gonna link them below. These are so cute and amazing to do this. Let's just hit my own face. So this is what Manny told me when we were there. He was like, well, you know, babe, I like both of them. I was still like debating it because I really did fall in love with the little, like, it was a charming place, but it was smaller and it was less nicer, I guess. But I was still like trying to decide what I wanted to do, and Manny goes, look, I like both places are nice, but I do prefer this one, but it's up to you. You can choose whichever one you want, but keep in mind that if we save this much money, we can put that towards our honeymoon. It was just like, true. So we looked up dates. Originally we wanted to get married in September of next year. Okay, so once it's like not fully dry, but like, you know, still a little wet, you want to go in with your powder puff and press in some powder. Originally we wanted a book for September of 2022, but that was kind of like in a time crunch, to be honest. Like it was kind of soon. But you know, that was the idea from the start since I got engaged, so we were trying to kind of stick with that. But this venue, they didn't have that date available. They didn't have anything available till 2023. And we could have booked early 2023, but I kind of wanted good weather since we're gonna do a garden ceremony, so we ended up booking for the springtime 2023, like early spring. And honestly, I couldn't be happier with the date. I feel way more at ease, way more relaxed. Everything's not on such a time crunch, and the venue we booked is definitely like our dream venue. I don't know, just everything seemed to line up, everything seemed to just kind of fall into place, and I'm so thankful for that. Payment plan for that one was way easier because they had a US account that we could just deposit into, and the other place did not have that. So I don't know, I also took into consideration all of that, because if you're going to be dealing with a place or a venue or just certain people for an entire year, and then to plan such a big event that's, you know, it's gonna have stress regardless. There's gonna be some levels of stress. You want to make sure you're booking the right place and the right people to do it. And so, like I said, that's just my advice to you. If you're planning a wedding or you're gonna book a venue, just weigh out all of your options, because you never know what you'll find. Lastly, we have some lip colors from Folklore. We have these plumping glosses, and we have some matte lipstick. So these are the plumping glosses. I'm gonna give you guys a swatch of them. So these are the matte liquid lipsticks. The colors are so pretty. Obsessed with these pinks. We are definitely going to use the color Old Rose right here. There will be swatches of these inserted overlaying here in the video. I'm going to do some lip liner and put this on. I'm using a Juvia's Place lip liner in the color Sweet Nothing. What stuff did this one include that the other one didn't?
It's brisket instead of chicken.
There's one. Manny, like, don't mess with this food, okay?
There's 3 appetizers.
No, the other place gave us 3 courses as well. So it's a 3-course meal. It's an appetizer, the dinner, and a dessert. Oh, they included the wedding cake. They included a photo booth, which I'm sure. Oh yeah, photo booth. I'm sure the little shot carts. I'm sure we would have asked the other place. They would have charged us so much money just to add a photo booth. And the wedding cake. Like, I started noticing little things. Like, I went over the Excel sheet and I started noticing how many things were missing out of it, and I was like, this is how it's gonna go all year. They're going to be like, we forgot this and we forgot that, and then in the end we're gonna end up paying another $10,000. So what else was there? There was quite a few things. Oh, they included the confetti. They did not charge us more based on which chair we chose. They did not charge us more based on what dance floor we chose, because they build a dance floor for you. They can put your initials, they can put LED lights. They did not charge us more to, you know, based on like, basically based on what we added to the ceiling of the place, which they were charging us at the other place. What else was it? We were gonna say something.
They didn't charge us extra for the middle.
The middle?
To change like the center.
Yeah, the ceiling.
The ceiling.
Okay, so lastly we have this diamond highlighter. It's so cute. I love this packaging. Okay. I have to get my pink box cutter out. I got this on Amazon. I'll link it below. Oh, the dessert table, the band. The other place was only gonna give us DJ for that price, and they included a band with it and DJ. Well, it's like a versatile versatile band. So it includes a DJ. So I thought that it had broken, but no, the packaging is just glittery. This is what the highlighter looks like. Because it's kind of glittery. Yeah, this is glittery. What is this? It says glow highlighter. Guys, honestly, this is too glittery for my taste. I don't want glitter on my face. I would use this more as an eyeshadow topper, but it's super, super beautiful. Here is what that looks like. It's super pretty, but like I said, I don't want glitter all over my face. What I do is take the color Glisten from the eyeshadow palette, and we're gonna use that as my highlighter. Another great tip that my family actually gave me, because a couple of my family members just had weddings. One of them said, well, one of my aunts basically said to not give them like the full amount, because if something were to happen, they can keep your money. So always give them like the lowest amount of deposit you can give them, and then like pay monthly, like the lowest you can leading up to the date, and then pay it in full. We basically have the full amount already saved up, so we could have just like paid it. Based off of that advice that we got from family, that's what we did. So just thought I would give you guys that advice too. Another thing this place had that the other one didn't was they had a parking lot that was like gated in. I think the other place might have had that too. They didn't show us the parking lot, so I don't know. I know they had valet, but other places have valet and like door people and security, and like you have to be on the list to get in. So it's very, very secure and safe. Oh yeah, also they also included not included the hotel, but they basically have a deal with the hotel that's literally next to it, which is one of the nicest hotels there. If you book a certain number of rooms, they will give you a big discount. On top of it, they will have shuttles for all of your guests to and from the wedding. I thought that was like just chef's kiss. That sealed the deal for me right there, because I have a lot of people going from here there, so I just thought that that would be really nice for them, so that they don't have to worry about getting to the venue and finding it and driving there. Okay, lastly, I'm going to apply their, what is this, diamond gloss, or it's like a plumping lip gloss in the color Diamond. It has like little specks of like iridescent pink glitters in it. I've been a huge gloss girl lately. I just love a good gloss. Ooh, not sticky. I love that. One thing I cannot do is a sticky gloss. Gives you that glass effect on the lips, sort of like my Chanel gloss does. Ooh, I like it. I like that it's plumping too. So it's like a slight tingle. It's nothing crazy. So if you don't like other lip plumpers because they're too strong or they hurt you, you probably would like this one. Fix my hair a little bit, put on my rings, my jewelry. I've been wearing this. Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. So I've been wearing this necklace, and it's so cute. It's like a little engagement ring. I got this from Poshmark. It's a Juicy Couture piece. I will be doing a Juicy Couture collection video here pretty soon, like a jewelry collection and then a bag collection. I'm gonna separate it into two because there's so much stuff. So look forward to that here soon on my channel. So that's everything for today's Chatty Get Ready with me. That's everything for the wedding venue thing. I'm trying to think if there's any more advice I want to give you. Besides, definitely look at your options and try to look for those red flags I told you guys. Before I end this, I want to just say, like, I'm definitely not trying to be like negative. I'm just giving you my real experience going into this without knowing anything about booking or just planning a wedding. I knew nothing about it, so going into this kind of with no experience and like no advice and no pointers or anything, this is what I've learned, and hopefully this was helpful for you if you're getting married soon. And if you're not, I hope you still enjoyed the story time. Again, all of the products I use will be linked in the description box below. By the way, I got I got my ring cleaned and it's so sparkly now. I put my hand in the ocean, and it was an accident. A friend fell and I reached in to pick her up, and I used this hand because I was holding my phone with the other one. The ring got really dull, so I finally took it to get cleaned and now it's spotless. And I bought the cleaner that they sell there. If you guys are interested in the jewelry cleaner, I'm gonna link it down below. It's perfect to clean your engagement ring if you have one. Guys, I'm gonna let you guys go because I feel like this video was long enough. If you guys have any other bridal wedding kind of questions, just leave them down below and I will try to do another get ready with me answering them pretty soon. But I will definitely be doing these chatty get ready with me's to give you my experiences, like when I go dress shopping. Like, I'm gonna vlog it, but I'm also gonna do a get ready with me talking to you like behind the scenes, like the real scoop about it. So when I go find my wedding dress, whenever I go do the tastings for the food and go meet with the decorating coordinators and the florists, and like there's a lot of stuff to get done, guys. There's a lot of stuff. So again, the reason why we chose the last venue was, one, it was our favorite. Two, they had a way better package. Three, they seemed way more just not pushy. They were not as pushy, and I like that. I can't do pushy. Like, I've noticed it stresses me out when I deal with like pushy people. I can't do it. It's just my personality. Like, it doesn't do well with that kind of environment. It just does not. I get very frustrated, flustered, stressed, and I'm like one of those people that suffers in silence. And so like I don't necessarily like outburst on people or like blow up or anything, but like I don't know, I feel like I'm a yes person. Like, I'm a very big yes person, and I can't deal with pushiness because I'm a yes person, and I've learned to, I guess, cope with that about myself. Like, I've learned how to deal with that kind of thing, and the answer is to just not deal with it at all, to be honest. I'm super happy we booked our wedding venue. Honestly, it is the venue of my dreams, and I'm so happy everything lined up the way it did. I'm so happy that the venue that I actually love the most ended up being the one that was able to like just work with me and was able to match my energy, I guess I can say. I really love the girls in that office. They were so chill, so to the point, like blunt. I love that about them. They just weren't trying to sell me a dream. They were just like, hey, this is what it is, and this is how it happens. And I love the directness of it. They didn't waste any of my time, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I cannot wait to bring you guys along to like the wedding cake tasting and the food tasting and the decoration appointments. I am so excited. So anyway, I will let you guys go. I rambled on enough. I'm very excited to get married, obviously. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.